Tim Laird here with Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, the show that takes you out to eat at your favorite local restaurants.
And I'm Kevin Harnick.
We've been to a lot of great restaurants through the years, and while many are now part of local history, their flavor and recipes live on.
So join us now for a tasty blast from the past on a Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs Rewind.
Tonight we're on location at Lentini's Little Italy in the Highlands, and we're going to uncover some good secrets to making Italian food in your kitchen.
From pasta carbonara to antipasto, the secrets to making all of those in a Caesar salad from scratch. It's all local, and it all starts right now on Sullivan University's Secrets of Louisville Chefs.
Welcome to Secrets of Louisville Chefs. I'm Carrie Harnett.
And I'm Kevin Harnett. Tonight we're in Louisville's Little Italy. Lentini's, that is.
It's one of Louisville's best-known Italian restaurants that serves up some traditional Italian dishes and a lot of Kentucky tradition as well. The stone facade of the building is an instant reminder of the history Lentini's has in Louisville. Ownership has changed hands a few times, and the menu has been through some changes too, but the flavor and passion that give this place its name in the River City is clearly alive here today.
We went back to being all Italian all the time.
Kerry Wells is one of Lentini's new owners. He's been coming here since he was a kid, so he's proud to carry on the Lentini's flavor that he came to know and love over the years.
We're very proud of being in Louisville, and we're proud of the history that the Lentini family has built here. Lentini's has been a special occasion restaurant for folks in Louisville for a million years. It seems like everyone we talk to has a Lentini story. People celebrate their proms here. Many people have had their rehearsal dinners at this restaurant, and just untold numbers of anniversaries and engagements.
And speaking of Lentini's stories, Kerry Wells has a few of his own.
I was here before 2 or 3 proms, and I had my very first date in this dining room. Sonny Lentini made sure that I had a fantastic table, and that is still a very romantic table right underneath the huge oil painting in the dining room.
Back in the kitchen, Carrie, Chef Jeff Grubbs is helping to carry on the Lentini's tradition with the food.
There are a lot of things that people come to expect from Lentini's, and we want to make sure that the things that you're used to having are still here. We still have all the same favorites, the Parmesans, the red sauce, the Italian sausage that we make here in-house.
And these days at Lentini's, you'll find a few new items, including authentic Italian dishes like the pasta carbonara, which is rich with Italian tradition and rich in flavor. We'll show you how they make it at Lentini's and how you can make it at home. All of that's coming up tonight.
But first, the chef is getting us started with an Italian appetizer that anyone can make at home.
We're going to go ahead and start with the antipasto today. It is a selection of Italian meats, cheeses, marinated vegetables. We'll start out with a round plate. This right here would be a mortadella, which is the salami from Bologna, Italy. It's where we get bologna from. But as you can see, it has a lot more in it than just what you get here in America with your regular bologna. It's studded with not only large pieces of fat, but it's also whole black peppercorns and pistachios.
The mortadella is made in Italy, but not to worry, it's readily available here in Louisville.
Actually, there's a lot of different places you can get it. Creation Gardens is a place that will sell it to you. The next thing that we're going to use is a slicing pepperoni. This is quite a bit different from the pepperoni that goes on your pizza that you get delivered to your house. It's made from higher quality meats. It's done in the style of a dry, hard salami, such as a Genoa, which is another meat which we will be using.
One of the secrets to good antipasto is using very thin slices, whether you do it yourself or get some help.
One of the problems that you might find is you might not be able to slice it as thin as we do here. It's because I have a $600 1-horsepower slicer. Slice it however you like to. Get a sharp knife, run it through there carefully. If nothing else, you know, you can always go to a lot of the places here in town that have meat shops are more than happy to slice whatever types of meat that you bring in to them.
You can make a platter like this using any meats you like. Chef Jeff likes to do it with authentic Italian flavor.
The next thing that we're going to use is a sopressata. Once again, another hard Italian sausage. As you can see, the Italians love to have plenty of fat in their sausage. You can buy this in hot or sweet. And since it is of a rather larger size, we're going to go ahead and try to roll this one. We'll move on to the Genoa salami. It's a dry, hard salami. As you can see, it's got, once again, a good fat content to it, and it's got a nice zesty flavor to it as well. We're going to go ahead and cut that sucker right in half. And then we'll just proceed to fan it on out. You got to enjoy the heck out of a ham that hangs in a tree to cure, you know. This is the prosciutto di Parma ham. You can buy it at Italian specialty stores, and it's usually sliced very thin for you already.
Once again, the chef rolls up the slices of the meat and arranges them on the plate.
Don't worry about making sure that you have all the meats that I have, or limit yourself to a specific cheese or whatever. Just throw it all out there. This is great for whenever you're doing parties and stuff. You're gonna have your friends over, make up a nice antipasto platter with whatever you got. We're gonna move on off to a little bit of cheese now. This is the Reggiano Parmesan, the real Parmesan. Once again, another imported, which I buy mine from them. You can get yours from them down at Creation Gardens. They're the people to talk to about cheeses and whatnot. The next thing we're going to move off to is it's a slicing mozzarella. It's got a great mouthfeel to it, and it will roll up very well for you and slice thinly for you, as opposed to some of the other block ones that you might get out there.
Next comes provolone, which the chef slices and fans out on the plate. Then marinated vegetables. These are bursting with flavor of balsamic vinegar and fresh herbs.
Basically, we're just using some eggplant. It's been skinned and sliced. We're using some fresh asparagus, broccoli, and cremini mushrooms. Tell you what, the cremini mushrooms are one of the best things to marinate in the balsamic vinegar. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a little of the balsamic vinegar on there. Always look for higher quality balsamic vinegar, and it will make the difference, that's for sure.
One thing you don't have to worry about too much is the presentation. Just have some fun with it.
I'm not going to worry about it because everybody's going to enjoy it still the same. So, you know, as long as you have the quality, the passion, and everybody's enjoying themselves, to heck with it if it unrolls a little bit.
So the secret to antipasto is keep it simple. Appetizers don't get any easier than that, Kevin, and it certainly has my appetite ready for more.
Well, good. We have a lot more to share as we go throughout the rest of the show right here on Secrets of Louisville Chefs. Still to come, pasta carbonara. If you like it rich, you'll fall in love with this. And next, a classic Caesar salad made from scratch. The secrets to doing it like they do at Lentini's Little Italy. Next on Secrets of Louisville Chefs.
Thanks for joining us again on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, where this time we're looking back on Kentucky's culinary history.
It's a Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs Rewind.
Welcome back to Secrets of Louisville Chefs. Tonight we're eating out at Lentini's Little Italy in the heart of the Highlands.
Kevin, the flavors at Lentini's will take you across the globe, but while you're here, you'll never forget that you're in Louisville. One reason for that is the bar. They're big on bourbon at Lentini's. They serve the best that Kentucky has to offer.
We pride ourselves on serving some of the finest bourbons that are made.
Carrie, they mix the cocktails with a lot of Kentucky tradition as well. You can order up an old-fashioned, which was invented long ago here at Louisville at the Pendennis Club, or you can step up to the Kentucky Highball.
This is a Kentucky Highball.
It's called a Kentucky Highball because it's made with Kentucky's oldest bottled soft drink, L81. And the world's first bottled bourbon, Old Forester, made in Kentucky, of course.
Bourbons were available before Old Forester was made, but this is the first one that was ever sold actually in a bottle. And this is just made very simply. So 1.25 ounces of Old Forester bottled and bond, finished with L81. Okay, and then to serve. The garnish is really difficult. It's just a straw, and then it's ready to drink.
Okay, Kevin, now that you have the drinks flowing, let's get back to the food, and for that, we're headed back to the kitchen with Chef Jeff. It's all about cooking Italian now, but it wasn't always that way.
I started out at Equus, where I worked my way up from a busboy all the way through the ranks of the kitchen and was their sous chef there in the dinner time. Spent about 6.5 years with Dean Corbett, who, as we all know, is a great chef. I spent a couple years down with Kathy Carey down at Lily's, learning her French style that she uses quite a bit down there, as well as the southern influences of the United States, which she throws in with it.
He also spent time as the executive chef at Timothy's on Broadway. With that kind of resume, you know he has a lot of good secrets when it comes to cooking.
I think that one of the secrets that I have here that would translate over into your home usage is fat, salt, sugar, and acid. If it doesn't have one of those things, then it's not going to taste. The fat for the mouthfeel, the acid for the twang, the sugar to take some of the acid out and make it more of a zestiness, and the salt, nothing really reacts on your taste buds unless it has salt in it.
You can see that theory put to use in Chef Jeff's Caesar salad.
Caesar salad, Caesar Cardigna, made in Tijuana. Not really necessarily Italian, but once again translates into Italian. So we do that here. It's one of our specialty salads, and it's one that we're all very proud of here. So let's go ahead and get going with it.
The Caesar's dressing, made from scratch, starts with 2 to 3 egg yolks, separated from the whites.
We're going to do a little fresh cracked black pepper, which double duties in here. Not only is it just the black pepper for the flavor, but it's going to also help put everything together that goes into it.
And then a signature of a true Caesar salad, anchovies. The chef chops them and smashes them.
Chop it up, and one more smash. We're just going to put that on in there. I'm taking everything and I'm using the pepper that's in there is kind of like a little bit of an aggregate that's going to smash everything down, help get the flavor of the anchovy out into the egg yolks. I'm going to use a little bit of extra strong Dijon mustard. Garlic, fresh chopped cloves. Don't use the stuff in jars. And, you know, how much garlic you like. I like a lot. We'll go with that.
One of the most important parts of a Caesar dressing is the acid that comes in the form of lemon juice.
Just squeeze the juice of one lemon in there. You got the lemon juice in there. You're going to go ahead and mix that in a little bit. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce, which is going to add a little bit of depth of flavor to it. Red wine vinegar. So if I put too much vinegar in here, then what we're going to do is when I taste it, I'll add a little bit more oil to the mix. Now we're just going to start slowly adding in our oil. And for this particular one, I'm using a pumice olive oil, which is after the extra virgin is the first cold pressing. This is what comes off of after that's pressed. It's great for dressings. It's good to cook with. And, you know, you can make this with an extra virgin olive oil. But, I mean, how much are you really going to truly taste the olive oil in it after you get finished putting anchovies, vinegar, lemon juice, garlic, black pepper, mustard. You want to start off going slow. And as your oil emulsifies into it, you can start pouring a little faster. If you start to get too much oil in it and it starts to break apart on you, just slow down. Let the whip catch it up. See how when you just, if I'm not stirring and I put it in, see how it's all out like that, the oil that's in there? When you first start off, if your oil's like that, you have to make sure that you catch up with it. The more that goes in there, and the more that it turns into a mayonnaise, the easier it is to add it in. If you have a small mixer at home, a hand mixer, even a food processor you can do this with.
Of course, the dressing is just half of the classic Caesar. You've got to have the right lettuce, too.
The lettuce is romaine. The romaine that I use is the crowns, which you can buy just about anywhere nowadays.
And there is a secret to keeping that lettuce good and green.
As with all lettuces, your best bet is to tear. Lettuce and your produce, especially your green vegetables, are all still alive. This thing is as alive now as it was when it was growing in the field. When you tear it, it tears itself at its little membranes, where each little, on the cellular level, it pulls it apart. If you cut it, you actually cut through all the veins and whatnot, which will allow bruising. Now we have our lettuce ready to go. Take some croutons. You can buy nice seasoned croutons at the store, or you can make them out of your old bread. We're going to do a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese. And we're just going to add the dressing right in on top of it. You at home, if you're going to make this ahead of time, don't put it together until you're ready to serve it, because the vinegar, the Worcestershire, the lemon juice, and the salt content of the anchovies will break down your lettuce and it'll be all mushy.
And as far as how much dressing to put on it, well, that depends.
Based upon how you like your salad, your Caesar salad to be, and how strong the flavors are that are in your salad dressing, use accordingly. It should be coated. You should still be able to see the lettuce with no problem, but it should hold the Parmesan cheese onto it and coat each piece of lettuce rather well. And as you can see, it's coated pretty evenly. Just put her out on the plate. Make sure that some of your croutons get on top so that your guests can see that you actually were not cheap with croutons. A little sprinkling of Parmesan cheese right on top of it. And for some people, I just go ahead and put a little bit of lemon on there. A little bit of parsley around.
And there it is, the classic Caesar salad, made from scratch at one of Louisville's classic Italian restaurants, Lentini's Little Italy. You know, another classic they serve here at Lentini's is the pasta carbonara.
They say once you try it, you'll order it time and time again. We'll show you the secrets to what makes it so tasty and how to make it yourself, coming up next on Secrets of Louisville Chefs.
Thanks for joining us again on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, where this time we're looking back on Kentucky's culinary history.
It's a Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs Rewind.
Welcome back to Secrets of Louisville Chefs. I'm Carrie Harned.
And I'm Kevin Harned. Tonight we're coming to you from the heart of the Highlands at Lentini's Little Italy. And it's time for dinner.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak.
Our main course tonight is a Roman classic, pasta carbonara.
When I think of carbonara, I just think of something that is going to be incredibly heavy, and very decadent.
It's guaranteed to fill you up, and it's not hard to see why.
We're going to do the carbonara now. We're going to start with a big old piece of pancetta. And if you like pancetta, you need to come see me for a carbonara. You just want to go through it and rough chop it. Slice it, lay it down and go through it and julienne it. Let it fall where it may, give her a twist, go back through it again.
The chef is very generous with the pancetta. After all, it is the heart of the carbonara.
And now we're just going to put it around into the hot pan. You want all the salt and fat and the flavor of the meat to start to come out and start to actually, it's going to actually start to sear off. It's going to get a little bit brown. It might even go a little bit over brown, but it's all going to be yummy. That's it, baby. I'm going to let it sit and cook for just a couple more minutes.
Once the pancetta is seared, the chef adds the next round of ingredients.
I'll throw in some shallots. A bit of fresh chopped garlic. Remember, always onion before the garlic, because garlic burns faster. Burnt onions don't taste bad. Burnt garlic is absolutely horrendous. Get it away. Once the garlic burns, it's garbage. Throw it in the garbage can, start over again.
Let the vegetables cook together with some of the meat for a few minutes. Then pour in some of your favorite white wine. The liquid picks up all the flavor that's stuck to the bottom of the pan.
Now look at it now. See how it's all coming off? Look at the coloration of the wine that just came off of there. See how it's starting to get more and more brown? That's all the stuff that was down there in the bottom of the pan.
After the wine reduces down, the chef adds Lentini's version of cream sauce.
This is just our cream sauce that we make here in-house. It's a version of Alfredo, I would say. It's a reduced heavy cream. My Alfredo sauce that we use here has a few more ingredients in it, but for the most part, everything that's built into it is meant to enrich the flavor. There's a wee bit of roasted garlic in it, so it has more of a depth of flavor than just the cream and the Parmesan cheese.
The sauce is already very rich, but now is when the chef really lays on the fat grams. For this size portion, he adds 10 egg yolks, separated from the whites.
It's a fat and yumminess thing. But what the heck, egg yolks are incredibly good, and all they're going to do to this dish is make it much richer than it was with just the reduced cream. And now it's time for the egg yolks. Oh, once you get them in there, go fast, go fast, go fast. You don't want them to scramble. You want them to cook. You want them to get in there and get all through the sauce and cook real nicely. Oh, see how it thickened up the sauce? We're going to throw our pasta in there. We're going to give her a toss. Everything worked in there real nice.
The chef likes to use fettuccine with the carbonara because the flat noodles hold on to lots of that creamy, decadent sauce.
And we're just going to simply finish this with a little fresh grated Reggiano Parmesan. There's just a little fresh herbs to garnish with, whatever you have around. This happens to be a little bit of parsley, thyme, and rosemary. Right now, it's 'tis the season.
Pasta carbonara, traditional Italian, prepared by a chef who's dedicated to carrying on a Louisville tradition at Lentini's Little Italy. It is great to see the spirit of Sonny Lentini, who made this place what it is, still very much alive today.
And we hope it stays that way for years to come. We want to thank Carrie Wells and Jeff Grubbs for letting us in on some of the secrets at Lentini's. For more information on the restaurant and the recipes, log on to LouisvilleHomeZone.com.
Until next time, as they say in Italy, buon appetito.
We'll see you next time on Secrets of Louisville Chefs.